You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it a back day. Yeah, I got game, got in a fan way. We the city of the champs, every sport we play. Spit wetter than the harbor, yeah, I'm flowing like the Charles. I be speeding on this beat, call it Turnpike Miles. Yeah, it's Google signing on, John to the Hancock, and I'm always key, I'm ready to unlock. I be doing big things, don't even.
Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Once a Week. I'm Billy J. Ludis, and if you've been with us the last few weeks, then you might notice that all the solo messages we've done are hitting deep. With everyone that I come across, or even myself, we are all going through something. Everyone is going through something that we know nothing about. So, with what we do here, how can we help someone going through something from a grander standpoint? From a perspective that only you, the one walking the path, would resonate with, that would recognize and would understand, and can utilize the information in this video as a tool to then help. Every video that we've posted of late is doing exactly that. And today we add to it. Today, I want to share an idea with you that has been impacting me deeply. And when I look back through my life, I won't lie, I think it was always there. I've always called myself an observer in life. I look at things a certain way. I analyze things a certain way. It's what makes me who I am, and it's what allows my coaching platform to help so many people. Because when you're outside of the situation, you can see all aspects of the situation, including the growth areas, the exits, the opportunities. So today, I want to address how you are simply observing life. And we're going to dive into that in just a minute. But if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, then please hit that subscribe button below, because we are moving forward to 100,000 subscribers with momentum. So become a part of it if you have not already. And then please like this message by hitting that thumbs up button below, and then hit that little bell as well so you know exactly when we post on Sundays and throughout the rest of the week. But let's get into this message now, because it's so important. And when I say observing life, we need to grasp this. You are not your thoughts. Now, I know that can sound simple, maybe even obvious to some people, but if you truly understand what that means, your life could completely change. Because most people spend their lives believing every thought that enters their mind, every single fear, every single doubt, every single worry and insecurity, every worst case scenario, as if it were the truth, as if it were reality, as if it were who they are. But what if it isn't? Think about this for just a moment now. Have you ever noticed yourself worrying? Have you ever noticed yourself overthinking? Have you ever noticed yourself feeling anxious? Have you ever noticed yourself criticizing yourself? And if you have, then who is doing the noticing? Because there are actually two things happening. There is the thought, right? And then there's the awareness of the thought, observing the thought. There's the fear, and then there's the awareness noticing the fear. There's the emotion, and then there's the awareness experiencing the emotion. And that awareness, that observer, that's the real you. And do something for me now, because I want to play with this concept. It's big. Imagine that you're sitting beside a river, and leaves are just floating down the river. And each leaf represents a thought. One says, I'm not good enough. Another says, what if I fail? Another says, what if this doesn't work out? And another says, I'll never change. Most people jump into the river. They grab onto the leaf. They become the thought. They let it carry them wherever it wants to go, whether that's into fear, maybe that's into stress, maybe into anxiety, into limitation. But awareness allows you to sit on the riverbank, to simply just watch, to notice, to observe. And when you do, you realize something absolutely incredible. You don't have to follow every single thought. This is where freedom in life begins. Because the moment you realize you're observing the thought, you stop becoming the thought. You create space. And in that space, you get to choose. Do I believe this thought? Do I want to give this thought energy? Do I want to follow this thought? Or do I simply want to acknowledge it and then let it pass on by? One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing every single thought deserves their attention. And it doesn't. Just because a thought appears doesn't mean it's true. Just because fear appears doesn't mean danger is present. Just because doubt appears doesn't mean you're incapable. Thoughts are not commands. Thoughts are possibilities. They're suggestions. They're programs, memories. They're stories. And some of those stories were written years ago by experiences, by pain, by fear, by others' opinions. But that doesn't mean they still deserve to direct your life. And if you need to, I want you to rewind all that back. Because very often we're driving our lives based around that key point. A story that was written years ago. We latched onto something, maybe a pain or a trauma, maybe a comment from someone, and we built our life from it. And sadly, more often than not, it wasn't a good one that we latched onto. So take time with it if you need to. But this is where it gets really interesting. Because I believe awareness is deeply spiritual. The observer within you is untouched. It exists beneath the fear, beneath the anxiety, beneath the limiting beliefs, beneath the emotional storms. It's the quiet part of you, the peaceful part of you, the wise part of you, the part connected to your soul, the part connected to God, the part connected to your intuition, and the part that already knows. And the more time you spend connected to that awareness, the less power fear has over you. Think about how many times you've had a thought like, what if this goes wrong? And then immediately your body just reacts. Your emotions react. Your energy changes. Your nervous system responds, all because of a thought. Not because something actually happened, but because a thought convinced you it had. And if a thought can influence your entire state, imagine what happens when you become aware of it before it takes control. Imagine saying, interesting, there's a thought saying this won't work. Instead of this won't work, there's a major difference there. One creates awareness, the other creates suffering. Awareness doesn't remove fear. Awareness changes your relationship with fear. Awareness doesn't eliminate negative thoughts. Awareness prevents you from becoming them. Awareness doesn't stop emotions from just showing up. It gives you the power to decide what you do with them. And that power changes everything. It really does. So this week, I want you to practice something. Every time you catch yourself worrying, pause. Every time you catch yourself criticizing yourself, pause. Every time fear appears, pause. And simply ask, what am I observing right now? Not, what do I do about it? Not, how do I fix this? Just, what am I observing? Because the moment you become aware, you step out of autopilot, and that's where transformation begins. If you take anything from today's message, guys, let it be this. You are not your fear. You are not your anxiety. You are not your limiting beliefs. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them, the observer of them. And that observer is far more powerful than any thought that passes through your mind. Because the moment you stop identifying with every single thought, you begin reclaiming your freedom. And maybe, just maybe, the peace you've been searching for isn't somewhere out there. Maybe it's the awareness that's been within you all along. I'm going to close it off right there. This message is deep, but it's what we all are experiencing. And as the observer, we can change the experience if we choose to. So think about it. All right, thank you for tuning in. Guys, I'm going to see you next week, but please share this message with someone who you feel needs to hear it. Maybe this message hits you in a certain way, and then someone comes to mind and you know it's going to hit them in a greater way. Let's help everyone we can. Share this message with someone you feel needs it. Please subscribe to Once a Week if you have not already, and then like this message by hitting that thumbs up button below. And guys, I thank you so much for tuning in. I really do. But if you need help in any of the areas discussed today, go to BillyGLifeCoaching.com and you can set up a free call with me free breakthrough sessions, I like to call them, and let's dive into it together. It's free. Help is always at the ready. I want that for you. I want to help you in any way I can. So if anything sparked you from this message or any message on our channel, guys, reach out. I'll be right there for you. Heck, comment below. Let's connect. Find me on social media. Let's connect. Let's make it happen. Let's provide, as I said earlier, there's exits, there's growth areas, and there's opportunities. There's an opportunity right there if you need it. So step into it. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. Take this message, utilize it, become the observer, grow the awareness, and watch how freedom takes hold. Thank you for being here. I'll see you guys next week right here on Once a Week. Have a good one, guys.
You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it back there. Yeah, I got game, God in a fan way. We the city of the champs, every sport we play. Spit wetter than the harbor, yeah, I'm flowing like the Charles. I be speeding on this beat, call it Turnpike Miles. Yeah, it's Buku signing on, John to the Hancock, and I'm always key, I'm ready to unlock. I be doing big things, don't even have a deal. Yeah, I battle through these bars, yeah, I always bunk a hill. I know that any city I go in, that I be flyer than Logan, and I be flying high. I want this shit pumping here all the way to Shanghai. And my name's not Joe, but I'm not your average guy. I be killing it, east side rapping, cause I'm writing where I'm from. And I know for hella sure that I'm right with what I done. In a minute I'ma win it, chillin' with all these women. It's a dream I've been chasing and I'm never gonna pace it. This is something really got lost in. Everybody said no and now they all